Whenever we watch an anime, there's normally a character we can attach ourselves to feel kind of an emotion. These characters are normally pretty relatable. Not always, but normally they are relatable characters. Today we're going to be looking at every main character from the shows I have seen and base them on how relatable they are. Now obviously this is my opinion, so if they're not relatable to me, then they're probably not going to rank high, but let's get straight into it. With our tiers here, we have literally me. I mean, this is literally me. I feel them being like, yeah, a little bit of relatability. Basic attachment, like, I feel them on an emotional level, but not really very similar to me. Nah, just being like, not, whatever, they're just cool or whatever. And absolutely not is like absolute opposite of me. As we rank Yusuke, I want to give an apology for this tier list being a little bit shorter. The big one that I promised is still way too big, and I haven't finished editing it, so I do apologize. But Yusuke, I would say I feel him. I feel like I am pretty similar to Yusuke in many senses. I feel like he's a little bit too dumb to be like me, I guess. Like, he's kind of stupid sometimes, but I do like his courage and stuff. I feel like I show a lot of courage, so I relate to Yusuke a lot. Next up, we have Shinra. I mean, this is literally me. If I was to be anybody in Fire Force, it would be Shinra. And if I was in the Fire Force universe, I would be pretty similar to Shinra. I feel like I relate to him a lot. He's literally me. He's one of my top 10 favorite main characters of all time. Might even be in my top 10 characters of all time. I love Shinra, literally me. If you guys love anime content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. I upload anime videos 3 times a week, so there's something here for you all to enjoy. Also have my Discord in the description where I like to talk about anime with you guys, and once we hit 50 members, I'm going to be doing a video with all of you. I stream as well on Twitch almost every single day. That's in the description as well. Next we have Kiritsugu. I'll put basic attachment because, like, I relate to him in some senses, but he's a little bit too cold, a little bit too stone cold killer for me, but I do relate to him in some ways, in the ways like he's like, I'll do anything to make sure that, like, what I want gets done and stuff like that. And he's like, even if he has to hurt somebody to make things better, like, I get that, so basic attachment. Next up, we have Atsushi. I mean, Atsushi's cool, but nah, I just don't really relate to him at all. Then we have Saitama. Again, this is another one, don't really relate to at all, but hey, kind of cool. Then we have Ichigo. I'm going to actually put Ichigo in I feel him. I feel like Ichigo is kind of relatable, at least to me a little bit. He's the guy, like, kind of little bit center of attention, and I try to be that. I like to be like that, and I feel like a lot of people congregate around me, at least IRL, so it's like I have a lot of friends and stuff, and whenever it's time for somebody to lead, I feel like normally it is me, and I'm not gonna lie, I get away with a lot of ass pull stuff too, so I feel it, Ichigo, like, I'm not related to everybody like he is, but, I feel like in life, I get pretty lucky, so, yeah, I feel him. Next up, we have Haruka Sakura. This is going to be another basic attachment. I feel like I get his passion a lot. I'm not really similar to him in, like, interest in the things we do, but I get his passion, and I definitely feel it. Then we have Deku. Absolutely not. Deku is, like, the complete opposite of me. I'm not going to lie. And now I know we have a hero in literally me and another hero in absolutely not, so it doesn't make sense. But the thing with Deku is like, I don't want to call him a code switcher, but as soon as he starts fighting, dude, he's, like, a cool guy and kind of relatable. But then when he's not fighting, he's super duper lame and a dork, and that's cool or whatever, but like that's just not me. Like, I don't be switching up like that. I kind of am the same guy throughout my entire day. Like, I don't act like a bitch, and then when it's time to lock in, I lock in. Like, I'm like locked in all day, so yeah, no, I don't really relate to that. Then we have Kenshin Himura. Honestly, this is going to be another one in absolutely not. Maybe a little bit more than Deku, but still absolutely not. I feel like he's just more like kind of boring. I think a lot of people see him as like wise, and he's like on his path of peace, but I feel like he's just boring. I feel like you can be peaceful and still have fun. He don't really be having fun. He just be doing nothing. I get he's like punishing himself for everything he did, but like I would not do that, so absolutely not. Then we have Nagisa. This is another absolutely not. I mean, I just don't relate to this dude at all. I mean, I'm not really a femboy, so I just don't really get it. Then we have Mob. Ooh, Mob is tough. I don't really relate to Mob, but like, the basic attachment, like his emotion is crazy. Like, I definitely feel him on an emotional level, but like, I'm not really that similar to him at all. Like, I don't really relate to Mob. It's just like, his pain, I get it, bro. So I'm gonna put in basic attachment because like, I get his pain and shit, but it's like, it's not like Ichigo. Like, I relate to Ichigo. I don't really relate to Mob. I just get it, bro. Next we have Reki Kayan. I'll put it in nah as well. I think he's a cool dude, but I just don't really relate to him. Then we have Jonathan Joestar. I'm actually put him in I feel him. I try to be nice, man, and sometimes I might have an attitude or something or talk bad about things on here, but I try to be a nice guy. Jonathan's definitely a lot nicer than me, but I try to be a good guy just like him. You try to be what a true Joestar is meant to be, but unfortunately, I'm just not like Jonathan, but I am a little bit. I try to be as nice as him and as forgiving as he is, so I do definitely feel him and I do relate to him, but yeah, not really as similar as someone like Shinra. Next we have Denji. We have absolutely not. I am not like this fucker in any single way, so absolutely not. Ash, I'll put Ash in like basic attachment because like I think the humor side, I think a lot of his jokes are jokes that like I would make, especially as a kid. So I feel like humor wise and like just the way we treat people, I feel like is pretty similar. But I feel like who we are as people is pretty different. So definitely like basic attachment. You know, I actually put him ahead of Kiritsugu because we are pretty similar in the way we like treat people and animals and stuff and our humor levels. But next we have Asta. I mean, Asta is another literally me. I actually do relate to Shinra more than Asta. I like Asta more though because Asta's more inspiring, but I do relate to Asta quite a lot. Like, I try to work hard, bro, no matter what. Like, I'll be honest, you know, not to get into a sob story, but like Asta, you know, he had no magic or whatever, and he's still going to be Wizard King. I've been doing content for like 4 years and I still am not making a living off it, but I'm not going to give up, bro. So I'm going to keep doing the Asta way and I'm going to keep grinding, and I relate to him a lot. Next up, though, we have Baki. Baki, I'm just going to put him in Nah, because I don't know, there's just not really much personality to him, I'll be honest. Then we have Yuji. I feel like Yuji is kind of like basic attachment. Like, I definitely get where he's coming from, and I feel like the emotions from him, but I'm not really similar to him. I feel like the way he acts and responds to a lot of stuff is not really similar to me. He's a cool dude, but yeah, I wouldn't really say I relate to him all that much. Then we have Boruto. I'm gonna put him in absolutely not, bro. Like, I'm just not really similar to Boruto in any way. Spike, this is literally me. Spike is, in my opinion, the greatest fictional character in all of history, and I do think it is because I relate to him. Like, if there was anybody ever in life, both real or fake, that, like, I feel like you could swap me and him out and we'd be the same, it'd be Spike. Like, I feel like I am so much like him that it's ridiculous. Like, I feel like they just wrote me as the main character of Cowboy Bebop. That's honestly how I feel. So, the only real difference between me and Spike is I feel like I'm a little bit more compassionate than Spike is, but other than that, I mean, he's literally me. Everything, even down to a T. Like, I hate cats too, dude. Like, me and Spike are actually so similar. Then we have Dante. Honestly, Dante, this is a similar thing to Ash, where it's like, I think humor-wise, you know, we do a lot of the same things. Like, I try to be really funny like he is. But I feel like personality-wise, it's not really there. I'll put it at basic attachment, though, because, like, I definitely do get him a lot, but we're not really all that similar. Then we have David Martinez. Absolutely not. I am not as dumb as this fucker, not gonna lie. He goes out in such a dumb way, but I've talked about that before, you know, but David, I'm not really similar to at all. Then we have Decim. Oh, Decim's hard because I don't think anybody can really relate to him without, like, over-exaggerating themselves, because Decim is literally a being with no emotional connection, and then he discovers emotional connection, and you'll have the fucking edgelords be like, oh, I've never felt anything in my life until this happened. So without over-exaggerating, I feel like nobody can really relate to him, but definitely a basic attachment similar to Mob. Like, I definitely feel what he's come from. Like, there's times where you just feel down and out, and then you, like, get that resurgence of what hope and humanity feels like, so definite basic attachment. Tanjiro, I am nothing like Tanjiro at all. Not really much to say there. It's just we are not similar in a single way. Giorno, I'd be lying if I said we weren't really that similar, because there are times, like, you know, I'll put him in I feel him, because, like, I'm a pretty cold and calculated leader like Giorno is too. Like, Giorno doesn't really joke that much. I definitely joke a lot more than Giorno does, but, you know, he's a guy that's, like, very smart. He's gonna get the job done. He's a guy you would want to follow into battle, and I feel like I'm pretty similar to that. Everything else, like, personality-wise, though, I feel like I am way different, but I do definitely feel him on that level, so he can go there. Next, we have Jinga, and as much as I love Jinga and Beyblade, I'm honestly not really similar to Jinga whatsoever, but he's a cool dude. I'm just not really similar to him at all. Then we have Rin Okumura. Like, I definitely... Oh, this is hard. I can't even say I feel him. We're not really similar at all. I'll put him above Yuji. It's similar stuff to Yuji. Like, I definitely get where he's coming from, and I get the emotional value that he brings, but, like, we're just not that similar. Then we have Kirito. I mean, this is going to be just a nah. I mean, he's cool or whatever, but we're just not that similar. Then we have Edward Elric. I mean, as much as I love Edward, and he's one of the greatest main characters of all time, we're not really that similar, because a lot of Edward's main thing is about, like, protecting his brother and doing stuff like that, and, like, you know, making things right, and I don't have a brother, so I don't really have anything like that, so I unfortunately have to put him in absolutely not. I think his compassion with me is very similar, but, like, other than that, like, other than us just caring about people, like, that's pretty much it, dude. Like, we're not really similar at all. Next, we have Onizuka, dude, and this is gonna be bad, but I'm gonna put him in I Feel Him. Now, I can't put him in Literally Me, because if you've seen the show, you know he does some very questionable and illegal things. I don't do that, but I'm talking about like as like a teacher standpoint, as a leader. I used to be a swim coach, and I feel like the way Onizuka teaches his students, now obviously I was, not doing anything illegal like he was, but the way he teaches his students was like what I did too. I was a very hands-on guy. Like I coached my kids. Like when I was a swim coach, like it was a high school swim coach, so I wasn't teaching them how to swim, but teaching them how to get better. I swam with them every single day. Like I did the stuff with them. I gave them rewards. I gave them punishments if they didn't do stuff. Like I was a lot like Onizuka when it comes to teaching. And honestly, if he didn't do all the illegal stuff he did, it would be Literally Me. But he does some crazy shit that I don't even want to say on here, because the fact that I put him in I Feel Him and he's done all that, it's gonna look bad on me. So I'm not even gonna talk about it. We're gonna move on to Aaron. I definitely get where Aaron comes from in a sense, but dude, he's not like me at all. I'm nothing like Aaron whatsoever. Next we have Gappy. Absolutely not. It's hard to be like somebody who lost their memories, so yeah. Simon or Simone. I mean, he's cool, but nah. I mean, he's just not really, I'm not really like him. Gon as well. I would like, he's cool, but I'm not really similar to him either. Gyro. I don't really relate to Gyro at all. He's a really good character, but I don't really relate to him. So I'm just going to put him in nah. Hojo Tokiyuki, absolutely not. I am not similar to that fraud at all. Ippo, I actually feel like I am pretty similar to Ippo. I definitely do get him. I get the hard work aspect. I get starting out at something and being bad. Like, if you look at the first ever videos I made on YouTube versus even this video, like, it's going to be night and day, bro. Like, and I was really bad for a long time. My videos were edited really poorly for a long time. And I'm not even saying they're great now, but they're way better. So, I get Ippo's struggle, and I get the thing of wanting to fit in. Like, I want to fit in as a content creator. I want people to, come to my channel and respect me and be like, know who I am. So I get it. I totally get Ippo's struggle. Our struggles are just a little bit different, though. His struggles, come from different things, and he finds different solutions to them, and mine come from different things, and I find different solutions. But I think, in a sense, we are very similar in, like, how and why we struggle, but like from the where is very different. Next up we have Jin Mori. I actually do relate to Jin Mori a lot, which I know people may think is weird because he's like literally a god, but I'm not trying to stroke myself here. I'm very good at a lot of things, and whenever I do things with other people, normally people look at me to help them unless if we have an expert, because like anything physical I'm really good at, anything mental I'm really good at. The only stuff I'm pretty bad at is like rhythm based stuff, and it's not even because like I'm bad at music. Like I'm even good at playing music, like instrument wise. But I'm not good at singing, really. I'm okay at dancing, but I'm not great. But I feel like most other things in life, I'm better than the average person, which is why I relate to Jin Mori, because Jin Mori is just like very good at everything because he's a literal god. And I'm not obviously a literal god, but I do relate to him because there are a lot of times where people do rely on me because I am good at a lot of things, which is why I have it and I feel him because, I get that. Next to Jolene. Love Jolene as a character, but the only way I relate to her is through her foul mouth. Like, that's it. I cuss a lot. Other than that, I don't relate to her at all. So it's going to be a similar situation to Edward. Like, we have some, one similarity, and that's it. Love Jolene, but we're just not similar. Next up, we have Josuke Higashikita. I'm not going to lie. I do feel like I can be similar to him at times. Definitely a little more than Giorno. It's funny all the JoJos are at the end there, but, there's times in my life where I feel like a pretty boy, and I take care of my hair a lot, which is really nice. And, I feel like I want to protect people and build people up like Josuke does, which is really nice. Josuke takes things a little bit more seriously than me, and he's a little bit more outgoing than me. Like, I'm an outgoing guy, but only when I want to be. Like, he's just outgoing all the time, and so I kind of have to make myself do it, but I don't have a problem with doing it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I relate to him for sure, but just not, he's not literally me. Jotaro, I like Jotaro, but come on, dude. Just nah, bro. I mean, I try to war farm, I guess, but nah, bro, we're not similar. Then we have Kurapika. I do relate to Kurapika quite a lot in terms of the way he handles situations, so I'm just going to put him in I Feel Him, because, let's be honest, our stories aren't similar, our struggles aren't similar, but the way he handles things is like a way I would handle a lot of stuff, so that's kind of why I feel him, because, we just do things similarly. Like, if I was in his shoes, I'd probably do what he did, and if he was in my shoes, he'd probably do what I did, so that's why I say I feel him. But yeah, we definitely have like different personalities, different goals, and things like that. Then we have Lelouch. This is another literally me. I feel like if you put me in Code Geass as Lelouch with his powers and everything in his situation, I don't know if anything changes. If so, it might be something slight that changes, but everything Lelouch did, and normally people hate shows when they're a little predictable, but I liked Code Geass, which I don't think is necessarily a predictable show, but in terms of predicting what Lelouch would do, like, I was able to do that almost perfectly because I put myself in his shoes and I'm like, okay, this is what I would do. And then he did that and I'm like, dude, this guy's literally me. Like, everything he did is like something I would do. So like, for me, he's literally me. Like, if I was in Code Geass, I'd be Lelouch. Next we have Light. I am similar to Light slightly. I would probably just put him above Kiritsugu because I'll be honest, I have a god complex like Light does. Light's isn't quite like mine though. Light thinks he's better than everybody, which I don't. I think like, a god complex is being like, you think you're the shit, you think you're the best. I do think I'm the best, but that doesn't mean nobody else can be the best too, if that makes sense. So I relate to him on the god complex part, but other than that, nothing else really. Next we have Lucy from Fairy Tail, and I think... No, never mind. Okay, Lucy from Fairy Tail, I'll be honest, I just don't relate to her, so. This last tier is not really ranked. These last two tiers aren't really ranked in the tier, I'm not going to lie, because I don't really relate to them, so I don't know how to rank them any better. MASH, I don't know. I relate to his... I guess I'm not really similar to him, but he's funny. Here you go with Saitama. Luffy, I don't relate to Luffy at all. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anything he's done is something that I would do. Now, I like Luffy, but I'm gonna be honest, I just don't relate to him at all. I think we would handle things entirely differently. Now, Naruto, I definitely relate to Naruto in some levels. Like, the way he handles people and tries to talk people out of stuff rather than just going to violence, which I know a lot of people complain about, but it's like, brother, think about it logically, bro. Imagine you're in Naruto's shoes. You just gonna start throwing hands to everybody? Now, a lot of people are gonna say yes. All those people are not very smart, in my opinion. But, with Naruto, I feel like I'd handle things a lot of the ways he did. I feel like we struggled with different things, though I wouldn't ever say I was, like, necessarily lonely like he was. But I do think we handle things very similarly. We grind a lot. So, for that reason, I'd put him just behind Ippo. I do feel very similar to Naruto. Then we'll move on to Joseph Joestar. It's like basic attachment. It's a thing similar to like, oh yeah, I get the humor and stuff, but other than that, not really similar. Sugimoto Saichi. Ooh, this is tough. Honestly, I'm going to put him at the bottom of I Feel Him because I feel like I am pretty similar to Saichi in a way that we act a lot and stuff like that. There's humor there where you're able to protect, we're able to help people. Like, it's nice, and we still have that yearn for adventure. So that's why I'm going to put him in I Feel Him. Next we have Thorfinn. I know people love Thorfinn. I'm going to be honest, I'm not similar to Thorfinn at all. I don't relate to him in the slightest. But next up we'll move on to Gesicht. This is another one, like, I definitely relate to the emotional attachment that he has. But other than that, I can't really be similar to a robot. Senku, absolutely not. Hate that fucker. I have manga on here as well. Dude from Holy Land, I don't relate to him at all. Linling, don't relate to him either. Satoru Fujinuma, I would say, yeah, I feel him for sure. I think if I was in his shoes, I would do things very similarly to him. I appreciate the things he does. I do think I am a little bit smarter than him. I think I probably could have figured it out before he went into the coma and everything. Like, I probably would not have went in the coma if I was him. Even as a kid, I was incredibly smart, but obviously he was in the adult mind. I do think I am smarter than him, but other than that, I think we are very similar in terms of our care and how we handle things. Tenma, I'm not similar to that fucker. Lena, unfortunately not similar. She's goated though. Mugen, I definitely am similar to Mugen a little bit. I would put him, right behind Naruto. He's definitely not as compassionate as I am. Like, I feel like I definitely am more willing to help people than he is. But in like terms of humor and laziness, honestly, and the way we go about things in life, our nonchalantness, I do definitely relate to that a lot, so I'd put him in I Feel Him. Okarun, don't relate to that bum. Alan Walker, I just don't relate to him at all. Motoko, don't relate to her at all. This dude, forgot his name, don't relate to him at all. Don't relate to Ryuko. Psyche, definitely not. Bash, this is another, like, literally me. Like, I feel like I am Bash. Like, I don't know, bro. Just something about him, man. He's just so awesome, so cool, so calm, collected, and still super funny at that. Super clutch as well. A guy people want to rely on, too. Like, that's literally me, bro. That's literally me. So, yeah, I fuck with Vash. I will move on to Goku. I'm just going to say nah. I mean, it's not totally unrelatable, but I don't really relate to him. Sun Jin Woo, don't relate to at all. Haru Glory, don't relate to at all. Maka, I love Maka. Just don't relate to her, though. Fuko, I think that's her name, don't relate to her. Soul now. Soul is literally me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Being unbiased, he's probably number one. I feel like I get the most emotional relatability out of Spike, though. But if we're being honest, like similarity wise, I feel like I am the most like Soul. I care about if shit's cool or not. He also has a knack for looking at tits. That's my thing too. Sorry, that. You know what, editor, cut that out. Anyway, but with Soul, like, I feel like a lot of things are very cool. You're still very compassionate. You're very calm. You're able to help lead a situation. You're able to help people out. You come in clutch a lot. Like, if anybody on here, I am, like, on books, probably most similar to Soul, but I feel the most similar to Spike. So that's why Spike's going to be ahead. And the other two as well, I do feel more similar to. But if we're being unbiased, like pen on paper, writing down attributes, I am probably most similar to Soul. Then we have Akira Sato. Honestly, I get it. Like, I'll put at the bottom basic attachment. Like, I get where he comes from. Like, you know, just being serious about a lot of shit and then finally being able to open up. Like, I definitely get it. I don't really relate to it, but I get it, you know? So, yeah, I think that yearn to wanting to learn is kind of his thing that he's going through right now. And I think that is something that I can relate to. But overall, this is my list. What do you guys think? Which main characters do you relate to the most? You know, I think all of my ones in Literally Me are very similar, except maybe Asta. Asta's a little different from everybody else, but I think it's just his work ethic that makes me feel like I'm literally him. But other than that, what do you guys think? Do I give off any of these vibes? Probably not. But if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hype the video. I'm trying to see you guys in another video. I'm gonna head out though. Peace.